Somebody text me, you 5 in the morning, you probably done paying your lease. Wanna get out of the country, you say you wanna go on a trip out of Greece. Wanna get out of the country, wanna get different, you wanna get runchy. Buy the ticket right now, bitch, you tell me you want me. For the flight, shit, we spinning the band, shit is cool.
What's up, guys? Kenny Chris back another video with time for another wrestling news here on the Daily. And we got talk about discuss here for the return of Kairi Sane, will be qualified to Money in the Bank, and Zoey Starks Injury on the WWE rumors of Cody Rhodes. Now, before all this happened in the wrestling news, we gotta talk about what happened and this craziness out there. WWE star addressed the women's wrestling legend being a critical of her lingerie style ring attire. The Divas era of the WWE is a thing of the past. It is something a majority of the women's wrestling talent in the business are very happy about. According to women's wrestling legend Mickie James, TNA Wrestling and Lesson, former WWE superstar, made clear during her stint one of the coaches of WWE reality competition series of A&E. James was critical of WWE competitor Sarah Sterling lingerie style ring attire. Wasn't shy about letting that be known. Nothing that she liked the outfit, pointed out how she lived throughout the Divas era. And WWE mentioned how women fought hard not to have wrestled in lingerie and fair outfits. Oh, that is. So I moved on to this company, and during the recent interview on Buzz on Radio, Sterling commented on the situation. The biggest thing she told me was the gear side of things. She said when asked what she learned from Mickie James during the time of the WWE on A series. But Ray Dudley, who co-hosts Buzz on Open Radio podcast, and also served another one of the coaches of WWE LFG, asked Sterling if she should change from the point of view. I do, Sterling responded. Absolutely, I see her perspective. I 100% respect her opinion and everything she told me about my gear. Sterling continued, she showed me the ways that you can go out there to be appealing to the audience without putting a bad image on the business. But and Mickey's not a fan of seeing the scare, but not good enough for everybody. And I don't know why, but they ain't gonna be changed right there. The backstage or the Y6. And the Y6 is, well, you gotta credit. And in spite of the haunted debut on WWE television last year, the Y6 had to be added to WWE's live event touring schedule. And according to the new reports, there are no current timeline plans for might change just yet. And PWInsider.com reports that mid-May 2025, there are no updates regarding the factions involved in the upcoming non-televised live events. The fans eager to see how eerie the theatrical group translates to the live crowd experience will have to wait a bit longer. And no update on the Y6 returning to the role. I write this. PW Insider Mike Judson noted, since the chilling and highly stylized debut on WWE program, the Y6 have captive audience with creative finesse, unsettling visual storytelling, deep connected to the late great Bray Wyatt legacy. Their presentation has been one of the most talked about creative introductions of 2025. The factions on the line of dark and surreal characters, including Uncle Howdy, Mercy the Buster, Huckus the Pig Boy, Ramen Rabbit, and Abby the Witch. So I don't know what the Y6 gonna be there really soon, but that's the case for by. My guess, it could be at the beginning, because last year is like, I mean, the Y6 saw him last year. That's what the case for. But that's the case. Now, Willow Nightingale confirms a new multi-year AEW contract. Willow Nightingale has officially confirmed that she's staying in All Elite Wrestling, locking in her future with the company through a new multi-year deal. The news first reported earlier this week by Fightful.com. Later was verified by Nightingale herself during the interview with Sports Illustrated. That is true. Yes, I am happy where I am. Nightingale said, confirming her new contract, I think there is so much left ahead for me to do at AEW. Things that I want to accomplish. And Nightingale reflected on her journey with the AEW and expressed pride in being a part of the company's evolution from its early days to its current status in the global wrestling force. I'm just excited to be a part of something where it's fresh and new, to take it to the past, to the of finding our footing, but to have been a part of that and continue to water and watch it grow. It's just privilege as well as a joy. So I am excited to continue to take that part. And the AEW Stone Night might be coming on this Sunday. Hell, I guess it's good enough for everybody. But in case you didn't know, when Willow Nightingale has signed a new contract, you gotta give it a little credit. But yes, WWE closed to sign several free agent reports. WWE is reportedly making significant moves to sign a new international talent for the UK tryouts earlier this year. Recent news points to Spanish wrestler Soya, French standout Ashton Blanc, and Italian Canadian Mike D. Fichesso as being on the further during the company, with an official name James Elmer said to be involved in the contract process. And on May 20th, 2025, the company first reported that Ito and Mike D were likely on their way to sign with the WWE. Fightful Select later this confirmed, and both wrestlers and Sawyer are indeed in the court to being signed, and also updated and indicated Sawyer is now to put a pen and paper with the WWE in September 25 officially. And according to the free agents and the signing contracts here, ever that they release the WWE, that's because they got all the things happening. But because the Armor was a WWE official, but hey, and because Ancho Blanc and Mike D. Fichesso and Sawyer was going to be signed. But yeah, if it comes to this, all of the free agents signed WWE, and the people who got released WWE it's good enough for everybody else. Now, on the bright side, breaking news. The WWE Wrestling World reacted to Zoey Starks' horrific injury on WWE Raw. I am so shocked what happened because he hurt her knee. And I didn't know what's going to happen this time. Zoey Starks will be out of action. As we briefly reported here on EWN, Zoey Starks appeared to have suffered a severe knee injury. During her match on this week's episode on WWE Raw, she removed in a triple threat match in the Money in the Bank qualifying match against Cashapp and Rhea Ripley. And the injury occurred when Stark attempted a missile drop kick, landed awkwardly and causing the knee to bend unnaturally. Officials quickly check on the ringside for carrying the back. Michael Cole mentioned that Stark may have reactivated her previous knee injury as he tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus in 2021. She rushed to the local hospital for the injury on Monday Night Raw. On social media and wrestlers on different promotions standing the best with the Stark. And you can check the right amount below on the trailer. You can see this is a trailer when you saw. Bailey said Zoey Hart, and Dirty Rosa says on the trailer says, wrestling is beautiful and dangerous sport. We give all every time when we step in the ring, and we also work a lot When we do what we love, Zoey Starks, love you sister, and I hope you recover soon. Tommy Dreamer asks, prayers and positive vibes for Zoey Starks WWE. I'm the biggest Stark mark. Natalia says, I love you, Zoey Stark, and I'm keeping you in my prayers. Red Ribby asks, professional wrestling can be real and dangerous. Tonight, continue to prove that can anything happen. With the Zoey Stark at speed recovery. And Kyrie Sane tweets, I truly hope we get to face each other again when you're ready. With a smooth recovery. #respect. Casey Navarro says, damn thinking about and sending big prayers for Zoey Starks right now. Prayers and heart. Brittany Brooks says this, prayers for Zoey Starks, sad face emoji, and heart emoji. D. Mojo says, praying for Zoey Starks, take serious and risk and the physical trauma every time she steps in the ring, the most of her opportunities and entertaining her fans. Hope it should be case soon. Eel Sky says, an injury heart, and this is all emoji. Hurricane Ham says, no matter how much respect pro wrestling gets, it never be enough. Every bump causes damage, even at micro level, and gets them our life altering. Get well soon, Zoey Starks. We love you. And I'm completely escaped for the Zoey Starks here. And because of the physical lesson is over with showing the field and saying Peter got released, the program is over and Zoey Starks got injured. I mean, it's not safe for the dangerous because of WWE, because it's way too dangerous. But I'm not trying to home. Every time she twisted her knee and the top so off. But it is a case for her. I don't know why Zoey Starks have it. She'll be out of action for the daily. And for some kind of reason, I think I don't know what's going to happen to her. And this is a good for the cases so far. But yeah, but because everybody got injuries, everybody got released, that's okay enough about. The X-WWE will return next month for the Coach and Row. A former tag team champion is expected to be back with the promotion very soon, albeit as a part of the coaching team in the Performance Center. And the Peter Inside reporting that Doug Basham is expected to make a return to a company next month, will serve as the guest coach in Orlando. And the Bashams held the WWE Tag Team Championships twice in the WWE, both times alongside kayfabe's brother Danny. The pair was also part of JBL's cabinet. Remember JBL's cabinet? He was on the tag team champions. And you don't know what to say this. You got to credit the story because the Bashams, that's okay with me. The Bashams was held the WWE Tag Team Champions twice. That's what happened. And in 2023, Doug, who also saw was the success of the Ohio Valley resident, announced his retirement and had his final match against Hero. Oh man. I mean, I gotta say this, but that's good enough. Next, the updated card in WWE's Battleground next week's NXT lineup. So let's see what's going on. Lineup begins here. And 2 matches have been added to the WWE Battleground premium live event. They take place on Sundays, May 25. After Hank Walker and T. Ledger helped Josh Briggs fire the Colin, Vonda Briggs losing the match to Shawn Spears, part of the Colin's interference. A 6-man tag team match, and the tag team champions Briggs, Spears, Nico Fans, and Brooks has been added to the card. Also, Collide Joy has come back to the round of earning the NXT North American Championship against Joe Walker. This time, this came about Joy being Sawyer in a match on this week's episode on NXT with a stipulation that actually get a title shot against Owuka at the title she won from last year. And Jordan Sawyer had exactly about the same stipulation the last bout. Sawyer won, but the WWE simply went to repeat every time she did. And regardless of the Men's NXT North American Championship, despite how alluded that Ricky Saints would defend his title against the winner of, triple match with Superstar Legacy, Javon Evans, and a Sunday D. Adon. No relation with Triple Adonis, by the way. That's on dead by. WWE apparently either changed their minds or something else planned and worked poorly. Shawn Legacy won the match against the episode, but the Saints attacked again by Ethan Page. Eric decided that Legacy would have to wait some weeks, and that Saints and Page will have the time match by next week on NXT, bypassing on Battleground. And next week's episode on NXT will no longer take place in Tampa, Florida, due to the poor ticket sales. Instead, it will stop bank ground on the center of Orlando. And with an update called the My related to on NXT. And here are the matches here. Anti-championship match of Open Fame for Jamal Bourne. Open Fame will retain the title. And Stacks and Tony D'Angelo. Tony will win this match, so I got to pick Tony and D'Angelo. The 6-man tag team match with Colin, Josh Briggs, Hank Walker, and Hank Lasher. So I picked Colin will win this one. The NXT North American Champion match, Saul Walker versus Kalani Toy. I think Saul Walker will retain the titles. Okay, the NXT Women's Championship match, which is after Carol Jordan Grace. So I pick Jennifer Carroll to retain her title. The TNA World Championship match, Joe Hendry for Drew Williams. I'm picking Joe Hendry to retain the TNA World Championship because I believe in Joe Hendry. I do. And with special fans, we're more excited for this weekend. I think I need Saturday's main event and WWE's Battleground in Tampa. So I gotta wait in the Anarchy in the arena for the main event. And I'm excited for the Anarchy arena because there's gonna be a lot of chaos going on in this time of the season. We have 4 pay-per-views coming up this weekend. Well, monthly special is about the event, a premium live event and a pay-per-view. But what's the name? TNA Under Siege on Friday night. Saturday's main event this Saturday. NXT Underground with NXT and AEW Dynamite, that's on Sunday. And my question is this: which of foreign fans which I didn't see on Monday, and why is that? Leave a comment down below on my video. So that's because. As far as my answer, I need more to follow TNA. That's all Lord's loyalist by default. Plus, the card doesn't strike me as anything that changed my mind and wow me in the bigger fan. Third, I rank the Saturday Night's main event. I'm glad it's going to be 1 of the 2 hours, meaning the 4 of those matches will take us the most time, and I won't need to suffer those eons of commercials. Like when WWE has 2 and 3 hours pre-shows, and still have 5 matches on 3 or 4 hour event. Still, we got a tag team match, a non-title match, a steel cage match. Typically overweight given my mom. And the world title match will accept and will not include a title change. That screaming can't miss either because I hate Logan Paul, because Logan will lose to Jey Uso after he knocked out for the 4th time. I can't stand him. And while I watch it, normally say I have far more from watching NXT to AEW on a weekly basis. I do think I'm ultimately going to end up having more of my attention drawn on Double Nothing on Sunday night. Since they're both running at the same time, Anarchy Arena is going to be alone in the match. I think I'm going to see an Anarchy Arena for 1 day only. And I'm most interested in the Jordan Grace and for some here the Overlook. Because the TNA was got the lowest on idea, but I think TNA has little momentum here from the side of the masses. You gotta get don't gotta say for. because I'm really excited for the TNA for Slammiversary. So therefore, I'm just gonna be good. I really do. But yeah, that's good enough for everybody. Former Zoey Starks is returned to update. And you know update's gonna be returning. And I mean, oh no, we don't talk about all day. I'm talking about the real star. Logan Paul. Logan Paul is the Logan Paul hate is the force in WWE. And Logan Paul said will be open in returning the host to WWE, even though despite backlash he's the Russian fans. And Paul, who has been in Japan since the high conflict of the 2017 incident, and followed the film of a suicide victim in an alcohol forest addressed the topic recent episode of his impulsive podcast. When asked whether he considered going back and not to hate continuing in the face, he is indicating not opposed to the idea of the show. You can take the podcast from below. And I don't know Logan Paul is going to be that way. Not going to be on World Tour. Hell, it's not going to be that way. I really don't. Because Logan Paul doesn't know when he said and what he's going to do. And yeah, I don't know why, but that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So, that's alright. Now, on the next one. Delays WWE Smackdown being 3 hours but to change. And thank God 2 hours is back. I need a break for this one. And more had to come to light about WWE Smackdown, which was moved after 3 hour show earlier this year after a decade of a 2-hour broadcast. Earlier this year, it was reported that the extra hour will not be a permanent fixture. It was expected that the 2 hours in June 2025 will be 1 month away. But God mercy, the eternal listener of the USA Network still has SmackDown locked in for the extended runtime during early June. It has been reported that several hours within the WWE are the fans of the extra hours. And believing it has weaker patience and filler content and creativity. With the third hour, in theory, allows for more talent to showcase their skills for TV, and many in WWE believe this hasn't been the case for the Blue brand. But now, things gonna change for WWE. They ain't changed it. But it was so crazy the day before. I mean, the WWE has changed everything. Because SmackDown's going to be returned 2 hours on the field. But you know, thanks to the WWE, I'm not a fan of 3 hours. It's been a slow pace for everybody else because that's alright. But 2 hours coming on June, yes, that will always been WWE. And WWE is beginning of the, not the end. But it's only just because it happened. But Money in the Bank is still with the qualifying match, still on the horizon. And the AEW's Double or Nothing. That's a catch for everybody. So therefore, we had to wait and see what's happening now. So comment down below, what do you think about the wrestling about this, or what about the side the pay-per-views on this weekend? I think it could be enjoyed. So there you go. Comment down below. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe here, and hit the notification bell to inform me on social media. And you know what? I think there's 4 pay-per-view weekends. It's gonna be exciting. And that's all I've read about it. But keep you signing off DMP and hold my nuggets to it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. One love. I'm out. All next time.
Where everybody saying? We coming for you, nigga.
You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Do it! Just do it! Make your dreams come true! So just do it!
Please! Please!